What's up, guys? Brett Maverick here. Just a warning to people who only want to see me dab. Might want to go ahead and just thumbs down the video and not watch it. This is just like an info type video, like old school, like I used to do. But go ahead and start. I'm actually mid-run, doing the dewaxing right now. It's been in there for like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go for like an hour. This is about a half-pound run. I got the half-pound column on there. This is the SweetLeaf V2 with the dewaxing apparatus. It's a 1 pound unit. It comes with a 1 pound, quarter pound, and half-pound column. I actually had this video. I was going like 5 minutes in. Then Archie got here with the dry ice and fucked me up, man. But here's actually the quick connect lines that you recover from. The bottom of the system's actually in ice right now, so you won't be able, it's hard for you to see some of it from this angle, but I'll get to it. Here's the top tank, or recovery tank. It's got this sight glass, so it's empty right now because I did the run. But what was in it, go back a little bit. I'm running Master Kush Larf, and I'm using distilled butane. It was Power 5. It was distilled, so removed all of the mystery oil from it. Yeah, we're gonna get an account and start messing around with the intane and in propane. But yeah, light hydrocarbon extraction, or light hydrocarbon botanical extraction, is quite better than just straight intane alone, in my opinion. But yeah, so we'll make our own mixtures. But back to what I was saying. As you can see, this right here, this tank, it's actually a tank, and down here is what's called a butterfly valve. It's just a valve in there that opens like that and dumps everything. Down here is a sight glass, and then right below the sight glass is a 1.5 micron lab filter. Then below that, it goes down to the bottom tank. And down in the bottom tank, there's actually, from this tube right here, it's about 1 inch across, continues down into there just like the Buckner funnel. It goes down about 4 inches into the tank. So the liquid that comes through actually drips out down there and can't be pulled up the ports. If for instance, you're running like the Appion recovery pump for your suction, and you're recovering at the same time as you're doing the dewaxing, you wouldn't want to be sucking liquid up it. So what you'd want is the actual liquid to come down to the bottom, evaporate into a gas, and then be pumped up through the pump and then back into the recovery tank, and which is on ice, so it turns back into a liquid. But we just do it passive. It takes less than 20 minutes, honestly, so it's pretty quick. The actual system is at a full vacuum. Before we do the run, this butterfly valve is open. There's filters right here underneath the weed. Damn it! Fuck, let me go get my battery charger. I did not expect that shit to happen. Fucking ruining my video. Fuck, sorry about this, guys. I didn't mean to have this interruption there. But yeah, so back to where I was talking about. Fuck, I almost lost where I was talking about. So yeah, the whole system is pulled to a vacuum with that valve open. Like I was saying, after the tube, there's filters, just regular unbleached coffee filters like I blast with. And then after that, this is an actual tank. But before the run started, this valve is open. A vacuum is pulled on the whole system. This valve is closed, which makes this tank sealed off, which, as you can see, has the dry ice sleeve around it, and it is full of dry ice, so it's cold. So when you do the run, you put this tank up on top, clip it in, you open the valve at the top of the system, then you open this valve, and what happens is the butane runs down through the weed. You can actually watch it happen through this sight glass, and then close the valve off, and since this is cold, it pulls all of the liquid down to here and condenses it, makes sure it stays as a liquid. And while it's chilling in there, all of your fats or fuck, I'll just say lipids, are freezing into solid, just like they do after I open blast into the Pyrex, the Pyrex measuring cup. So once it's chilled for your desired amount of time, you'll even be able to put a butterfly valve up here if you want to take this off and have multiple tanks and have them chill, like so you can do 10 runs and then go back to your first run and start dewaxing them one by one. So depending on how long you do it, I like to do it about an hour for this amount. But yeah, so what happens is before you open this valve, remember this is still at a vacuum like I just showed you from originally, so that's going to help pull some down through, which you'll be able to watch through this sight glass and see it go down through the filters. But to ensure you have enough suction, you go and you put this tank on ice in here too, right next to it, which might be a bitch. I'll actually have to go get my small cooler, and I'll put this on dry ice, which is even cooler, and pop this gauge off, hook my vacuum pump up to this side via, one second, there's a quick connect to hook it to your HVAC right here. So quick connect to that bottom tank or that recovery tank I just showed you, and then I have that in the dry ice like I was saying, and then on the other side, which it's closed to begin with, this valve right here, and from this it will go to this side of the recovery tank. So when you're from the bottom tank. So when you're recovering, you'll actually take this out of here and put it in hot water to make the liquid butane boil into a gas and go up this line, and then this is in dry ice or ice water, which recondenses the butane back into a liquid in this tank. Back to what I was saying, for dewaxing, remember that's all out of vacuum like I was saying. I'll have this in dry ice, pump it up to a vacuum, and have these both hooked together. Valve's closed. And when I open this, and it's pulling it all down into here, what'll happen is sometimes you'll lose all of your suction. You'll need more of a vacuum. Well, you don't want to hook your vacuum pump directly to it and suck concentrated butane vapors into it like that. So then you would open the valves to this, which is at a vacuum, and that'll equalize the pressure, which will give you more suction. So yeah, and the reason to have that in dry ice is that helps it, the molecules be even tighter. Plus, if you suck any butane vapor into it, it'll actually stay a liquid. It'll recondense it into a liquid, which makes your molecules contract even more, because if it comes in there and it comes back into a warm tank, then the butane molecules contract, and that will actually make your pressure build. So, and that's the reason this is in the ice right there. When we were first doing it, we weren't having that in the ice because we weren't thinking, and when we were sucking it through the Buckner funnel apparatus type, Buckner funnel like apparatus, it's not an actual Buckner funnel, when we were sucking it through it, it would immediately evaporate when it hit that bottom tank because it was warm, and that would make your pressure go away pretty fucking quick. But yeah, kind of wanted to go over it like that. We're in March 2014. This is the only closed loop unit that dewaxes the way I do it open. There's ones that claim to do it by just having a really cold column during the extraction, or having like a really fine filter like this activated clay. But to actually dewax like we do open with the Buckner funnels, this is the only one that does it, and it's this, like I said, the SweetLeaf V2. I think you'd have to get in contact with Canafarms on Facebook to get in line, or hit up Elephant Extracts on Instagram and give them your email address. But yeah, it's all stainless, all electro-polished, which if the stainless isn't electro-polished, I've heard it can leach nickel into your shit. So yeah, there's a lot to this. Everything is these I forgot what these kind of clamps are called. They're not cheap. All the O-rings, including in here, we actually had to take the silicone O-rings out and put these Buna O-rings in, which are non-reactive to hydrocarbon. This was the ones that came in it, but we took those out and put these ones in it. here's the quick connect for blasting cans in there. But what I like to do is use the quick connect with the 1/4 inch threads and screw my can tapper onto it. Like this. Boom. And then you can pop the cans and pull them in. And when you're filling the system, you have the recovery tank in ice. You pull a vacuum on it first, seal it off, and then when you're blasting cans into it with the other quick connect I just showed you, when you're spraying, you push the can in, and then you open the valve, and it blasts all in there. Once it stops, you close the valve, pull the can off. Same thing with this, only you pop the can, open the valve, pull it all in, and then close the valve and then take the can out. But since the pressure starts to build, once you get around 40 psi in that tank, you actually your can, it won't take it all in, so you have a little bit of pressure when you open it, and it's kind of a pain. When you're blasting them in, you kind of get all the butane in there a little bit easier, I've found. Also, you can quickly grab like your 100-degree water, swipe the can through the water real quick. I don't know, it might seem kind of sketch, but that makes it easier to spray in there. For distilling the butane, you can either just, after the first run that you do, once you recover, the mystery oil is gone in that first run. You might be thinking, oh man, but you're getting mystery oil in your oil. Anytime you open blast, the mystery oil is there. It's the same as that. Actually there's less, because when you open blast a pound of material, you've got to use fucking at least 9 cans, probably 12. When you do this, that's 6 cans, and you still get the same return, because it's all contained. The pressure isn't going away at the bottom of your tube like it is with the open system. And that's another reason we can have these fat 4-inch tubes, because it's a closed unit. The conditions are different than when the bottom of your tube is open, so all your pressure could be lost. So yeah, I think that's something I should mention, but just wanted to do this video. It's not the how-to video. You probably know how to now from watching it, but yeah, as you can see down here, everything's got my butane chilling with all my errl. See? This shit's saying, on the outside, it's saying like 18, but if I go and shine in here on the dry ice, it just says air. It says low. You see it's negative 45, then it says low. But yeah, my temperature, I like to be around negative 30 to negative 50. I found once you get above negative 50, and this is, below negative 50, and this is open that I'm talking about. I don't have much experience doing it like this, but open, I noticed that oil will actually start to freeze too. I don't know if it's terps or what, but yeah, you actually will have oil frozen as opposed to just the white chalky substance. And that's all I'm trying to remove, is the stuff I show you that's it's like white chalk. I'm not trying to actually remove oils, essential oils. I want those. That's what I'm trying to dab. But yeah, man, like I said about cleaning the tank, doing the run that way, that's one way. People are probably going to hate because they don't know that I was going to say this, but the other way to do it is, you see at the top of the system, there's a 4-inch pretty much lid with the 1-inch ball valve and quick connect on there. You could take that off. Then at the top of this tank down here is 4-inch also. So you just would put that, and it'd be the lid for your bottom tank. So now you would just have 2 tanks just like this, just like your recovery tank. So all you would have to do is make sure your recovery tank is completely clean and empty. Put it in ice or dry ice. Then your other tank right there, you would put all your cans into that one, and then distill it, just pretty much do a recovery. Then after you put all your cans in it, you would take it out of the ice and put it into the warm water, hook the line from one to the other, and when everything that evaporates in 110-degree water is stuff that would purge out of your oil. So if someone might think, but what happens if mystery oil gets boiled you know, gets recovered up into your tank. If it's something that's going to turn into a gas and get recovered, then it's something that's going to turn into a gas when you're purging, so you don't got to fucking worry about it. So yeah, but all your light hydrocarbons will be recovered, and everything that's not that, i.e. your fucking shit referred to as mystery oil, will be left behind. So clean your tank that way. And this isn't just canned butane. People think that it's only exclusive to canned butane, when actually N-butane from like Airgas and Praxair tends to have a gang of it. There's a video, the owner at Emotech Labs has a video just from it came out to being, yeah, it was 12 pounds of butane, so that's under 2 cases. I can't remember the exact amount, but dude, he had a gang of mystery oil from that much intane, and I know there's not that much in like P5 or even Newport, or there was a crazy amount in Colibri on the Skunk Farm website. I've showed that before. If you look at my video, mystery oil, what is it, how to remove it, and I pretty much explained what I just was talking about there with the distilling it. But I guess I'll have to do a video showing people how to fill a tank and distill the butane out and recover it as clean butane. But the Appion makes it a lot easier to do. But something I think I didn't mention, the reason I'm not using the Appion, well, one, in the manual it says it's not braided for hydrocarbons, so I would need either Yellow Jacket or the one that ETS has, that I thought was a piece of shit back when I made my one video, but I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. It's actually a pretty good fucking pump. But back to what I was saying, this is all 3/4 in 1 inch. The Appion is 1/4 inch, so I would need some kind of adapters and shit. And plus it uses these lines, which I don't know if they're cool, but I know that these ones are definitely what you want to be using. But yeah, everything I don't think I mentioned, I think I might have. It's all stainless, all electro-polished. So yeah, it's not some cheap shit that's going to leach some nasty shit in your shit. But yep, I'm going to get back to what I was doing. It's getting to be about time to de-wax. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing though, so I'm not going to have the camera rolling. But yeah, I'm going to start uploading this video and then get back to what I was doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This thing's fucking awesome. I love it. They do cost a pretty penny though. I was saying some prices, but I don't know that that's it. I don't know if it's going to be more or less, but for pricing you really need to talk to the owners, not me. So yeah, fucking awesome unit. Like I mentioned, the only unit that does this. So yeah, I'm sure with some modifications to other units you can make it do this, but yeah, you're still gonna have to get some welding done to get your downstem and shit like that. But yeah, alrighty, talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video, and sorry there was no smoking. I didn't need to do my little fucking intro. Talk to you later. Peace.